Good morning. Today we will discuss regarding automated assembly systems. The term automated assembly refers to the use of mechanized and automated devices to perform the various assembly tasks in an assembly line or cell. Like transfer lines, automated assembly systems are usually included in the category of fixed automation. Most automated assembly systems are designed to perform a fixed sequence of assembly steps on a specific product. Automated assembly technology can be considered the following conditions. First is high product demand. Second, stable product design, that is, change in product design means change in tooling and sequence of operations can be very costly. Third, limited number of components in an assembly. And fourth, product design for automated assembly. If all these conditions are satisfied, then we can go for automated assembly technology. Automated assembly systems involve a significant capital expense, although the investments are generally less than for automated transfer lines. The reasons for this are: first is work units produced on automated assembly systems are usually smaller than those made on transfer line. And second, assembly operations do not have the large mechanical force and power requirements of processing operations such as machining. Accordingly, in comparing automated assembly system and transfer line, both having the same number of stations, the assembly system tend to be smaller in physical size. This usually reduces the cost of the system. A typical automated assembly system consists of the following subsystems. First is one or more workstations at which the assembly steps are accomplished. Second, parts feeding devices that deliver the individual components to the workstations. And third, a work handling system for the assembly entity. In assembly system with one workstation, the work handling system moves the base part into and out of the station. In systems with multiple stations, the handling system transfers the partially assembled base part between stations. The control functions required in automated assembly machines are same used in transfer lines. So control functions are: first is sequence control, second is safety monitoring, and third quality control. The issue of instantaneous control and memory control is relevant in multi-station automated assembly systems. Now we will see the system configurations. So automated assembly systems can be classified according to physical configuration. The principal configurations are here. So first is inline assembly machines, second dial type assembly machines, third carousel assembly systems, and fourth single station assembly machine. Now the first, that is inline assembly machine. So a series of automatic workstations located along an inline transfer system, either synchronous and asynchronous work transfer is used. So you can see in a diagram, there is a station number 1, station number 2, station number 3, and so on. At the start there is a starting the base parts, and at the end of the system there is a completed assemblies that you will get. and in between these there are series of automated assembly or assembly automated, and into which the components are added at each stations for the assembly. So it is a series of automatic workstations located along an inline transfer system. It is an assembly version of the machining transfer line. Synchronous and asynchronous transfer systems are the common means of transporting base parts from station to station with the inline configuration. So here synchronous means parts are moved at the same time. So synchronous means it is a movement of the parts at the same time at various workstations, and asynchronous means after completing processing at current station, parts is moved to the next station. So that is the difference between asynchronous and synchronous and asynchronous. And in another type there is a continuous transfer. So in a continuous transfer, the work parts are moved continuously at constant speed, and the assembly are carried out while moving the work parts. That is called a continuous transfer. So synchronous means parts are moved at the same time after assembly, and asynchronous means after completing processing at current station, part is moved to the next station. So this is regarding inline assembly machine. So you can see in a diagram the components are added at each station, and all the stations are automated stations. So where assembly at each workstation it is carried out, that is, you can say it is a sub assembly, and then at the end of the line you will get the completed assemblies. Next is dial type assembly machine. So base parts are loaded onto fixtures or nest attached to a circular dial table. So in this, base parts are loaded onto fixtures or nest attached to the circular dial. So you can see in the diagram there is a circular dial, and uh, parts are added. So components added at stations, that is shown in a diagram, and it is added onto the fixtures or nest attached to the circular dial. So components are added or joined to the base parts at the various workstations located around the periphery of the dial. So you can see in the diagram there is a starting of the base part, then that parts or the sub assemblies that are moved from one station to another station, and while moving another components that are added at each station for sub assembly, and all the sub assemblies that are moved in an arc. After that you will get the completed assemblies at the end of the last station, and all the stations that are workstations that are automated. So it is called a assembly automated. The dial indexing machine operates with a synchronous or intermittent motion in which the cycle consists of the service time plus indexing time. So dial type assembly machines are sometimes designed to use a continuous rather than intermittent motion. So continuous transfer that is employed in a dial type machine. So continuous transfer means in this system the work parts are moved continuously at constant speed. So continuous motion is common in beverage bottling and canning plants, but not in mechanical and electronic assembly. So this is the machine that is shown in this slide, that is dial indexing assembly machine. Next is carousel assembly system. So it is a hybrid between circular workflow of dial indexing machine and straight line workflow of inline system. So it is a hybrid between inline assembly machine and dial type assembly machine. So this system represents a hybrid between a circular workflow of the dial type assembly machine and the straight workflow of the inline transfer machine or inline assembly machine. The carousel configuration can be operated with continuous, synchronous, or asynchronous transfer mechanisms to move the work around the carousel. So you can see in a diagram. So some workstations that are arranged in line and some workstations are arranged in a circular type. So it is a hybrid between inline assembly machine and dial type assembly machine. So all the stations are automated, that is denoted in a diagram or shown in a diagram, that is assembly automated, and at each assembly workstation the components are added at these stations. So in a diagram you can see there is a starting base parts that will move in a shown direction. While moving the sub assembly it is carried out, and the components that are added at each stations, after completing the sub assembly it is transferred to the next station, and at the last the completed assemblies that you will get. So carousels with asynchronous transfer work are often used in partially automated assembly systems. So asynchronous transfer is preferred in this type of system. Fourth is single station assembly system. So in this system assembly operations are performed on a base part at a single location. So you can see in a diagram there is a assembly automated, or it is a single station, and at this station the components are added at one station from different locations. So there is a starting base parts, and at the end of the line you will get the completed assemblies. So there is only one station will be there, and that station it is automated, and the components that are added at that single station from different locations where the assembly it is carried out, and it is completed assemblies that we will get from the other end. A typical operating cycle involves the placement of the base part at a stationary position in the workstation, the addition of the components to the base, and finally removal of the completed assembly from the station. So compared with other three system types, the single station system is slower because it has only one workstation. So it is comparatively slower. So multi-station versus single station. So in multi-station assembly machine or line, so cycle rate it is faster, high production quantities, more operations are possible, and more components per assembly. And suppose if there is a single station assembly cell, so it is suited to robotic assembly, and it is intended for lower production quantities. So this is regarding automated assembly systems. Thank you.